Hi everyone, it's Lucy from Sweet Poppy Stencils. I thought I would show you a quick technique of how to use the beautiful coloured microbeads. So I've seen the technique with the clear ones. These actually have a colour base inside them, and they are a lot finer than the ultra clear ones. So let's get started. So let me move my sheet away. So what we're going to start with is the heart mandala stencil, and we've got a few colours of our beads. So we have got, what we're going to play with is lemon crush, we've got watermelon, we've got violet, we have got fuchsia and turquoise. We're going to also be playing with the pearlescent white, because what we're working on is black card. If you're working on white card, then whites or translucents are fine, but if you're working on black card, one of the whites. So let me get settled and sorted. So most important is, before you get your paste open, get your beads open. Okay, and as always, we've got our essential tool set, and we've got a spare pot to put our waste in of our beads, because you're not going to throw them away. What you're going to create is a tutti frutti mix, what we call a tutti frutti mix. So get myself all ready. So I like working on a glass mat when I'm working with my mediums, because it's nice and secure and it's not going to move anywhere. So I've got almost like wheels, so let me give that a nice swipe, because I've just worked with beads. They do tend to roll everywhere, so I'm just making sure I've got nothing stuck. So I know I've got my writing upwards, because that's the way I want to work with this one. There's no right or wrong way with this, so you can work whatever way you want. So lovely, that's about central, and I think that's in shot. Yes. So okay, let's go across. So you can all see I go longer than what's required, and that's because now that is going to hold it down for me. And again, I go about an inch or so longer than what's needed, and it's going to hold it. Otherwise you're working with one hand and it's going to slide everywhere. So try and help yourself out just by giving yourself a bit of help with your tape. So this is proper stencil tape. It's not your masking tape, it's proper stencil tape. It's less tacky than masking tape. So I've got my colours ready. I've got a cloth. I've got my stencil medium, my tools. I've got a spreader, and I've got a palette knife. So it's a newish pot, so I'm not going to stir this just yet. I tend to leave it about 3 or 4 times before I give it a good old stir. Always keep this clean as well, because otherwise you're going to get bits in it. So along the top of the tape, we're going 45-degree angles, and we're gently pulling it down and lifting up. There we go. That's your first, and that's your second. I'm going to give it one swipe this way, because I can see I've got a little hole there that hadn't been filled. That's my 3. I'm not going to swipe it any more than that. So popping my tools into water. I've got a little cloth ready. So I've got a warm soapy water by the side of me to drop my tools, my dirty stencils in, and then I can clean those at the end. So I'm taking off 3 sides, that one, try not to get my finger in it, and lifting up, off, again, stencil's gone straight into water, taking off, and getting this little baby, and I'll just pop it in my tray, clean off my mat. Try and keep yourself clean. It will come off at the end if you need to. Gosh, made a mess of that. There you go. And then, there we go. Okay, so there we go, nice and clean. Lid on the pot. It's an air dry product, it's got a glue content inside it. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to be leaving the lid off it. So let's just check that this is in shot. Lovely. Okay, so these are our colours, as you can see, nice and vibrant. As I said, watermelon, fuchsia, violet, turquoise, lemon crush, one of my favourites. So I've got a little spoon handy, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my favourite colours to work with first. So your first 2 or 3 colours are going to be your most dominant. So I'm going in with watermelon first, and I'm just, as you can see, it's just a scatter. There we go. Get that out the way, and then I'm going in with my fuchsia. This is a new colour, it's a real pretty pink. It's darker than the pale pink that we do. We've got plenty of colours on the website, but we've got all the colours that they manufacture at the moment. So I think there's about 26 colours. So I'm going to go in with the turquoise. I want a bit of breakup in this colour. And then going in with violet. I'm being generous. You can be a bit more careful. So this is my Tutti Frutti mix, okay, which I've used before. This was what I was doing yesterday, and I was making a complete hash of it. We have our good and bad days. So I'm going to gently take off. The reason I've got the tea towel underneath is these bounce, and when they bounce you don't want them all over your mats and everything, so try and be a bit, you know, kind to yourself. So I'm gently pushing and gently pushing in, off. I'm covering the edges. Now what happens is you're starting to get a skin form on the edges, so this is why we're gently pressing them in, but not so hard that you're going to splodge your paste. And again, gently pressing in. You can see how pretty this is. It's just such a lovely technique. Amazing product, it really is. These are pure glass and they're so super fine. They're nothing like I've seen the microbeads over the years and years ago. These are tinier than those. It was important that we got something that was soft and delicate. It's always important that the products that we use over the mediums really do give you a beautiful finish. And again, I'm going. So you can see the first 2 colours, as I said, 3 colours, are the most dominant colours. Okay, pop that to one side. Clean that up in a minute. Pop those in, just in case we knock them, because you never know. So let's get that out the way. There we go. So all we've done is, once it's dry, a little bit of matting and layering, and there you go. I hope you like the technique. I think it's a really pretty finish, and you won't get any shedding. It's almost like fine sandpaper. Thanks for joining me. I look forward to doing more techniques with you.